Hi, once again, welcome to physics class. Right, my name is RK, senior lecturer in physics, Akanksha Junior College, Nandyala. So, in previous class, I explained the resolution of a vector. Suppose if a bar is a vector, can be resolved into two perpendicular components ax and ay. Ax is the horizontal component and ay is your vertical component simply, or ax is the component along x direction, ay is the component along y direction. Okay, and also how do you find the angle made by the vector with x-axis? Okay, next one, in this class I can explain what is meant by a position vector and how do you resolve a vector into its rectangular components when it is lying in space. What is this? In a plane means a vector can be resolved into two perpendicular components like x component and y component. Suppose a vector lying in a space means we are having three coordinates to identify the given vector. That's why a vector can be resolved into three perpendicular components like x component, y component and z component. Yeah? Okay. Next one. Here what is meant by a position vector? Position vector. Very simple. Suppose a point or a particle, it is lying in xy plane. It is lying in xy plane. Suppose this is the point P. This is the point P where the coordinates are x comma y. This point P is lying in the xy plane. To represent the given point exactly, we can find the vector which is used to find the position of the given point with respect to coordinate system or center of the coordinate system. Okay? See here, this is the center of the coordinate system in origin. So to find the position of the given point, we are having some vector. So a vector which represents or which is represented by the position of a point in coordinate system is called as the position vector. To find the position vector, let us join the point with origin of the coordinate system by a straight line. Okay? And make the arc at this point. Make this arc. This OP bar is equal to represented by R bar. R bar is the position vector of the point with respect to origin of the coordinate system. Right? Okay. Suppose here from the point P, let us draw a perpendicular line on x-axis, can intersect Q. This is R. Coordinates P is equal to x comma y means OQ is equal to x and QP is equal to y. Okay? And OQ bar is equal, can be represented by this is xi cap. QP bar is equal to, it is yj. Therefore, position vector R bar can be represented by R bar is equal to, this is the resultant of sum of these two vectors, you know. OQ bar plus QP bar is equal to OP bar. That's why R bar is equal to xi cap plus yj cap. This is the position vector of the point with respect to origin of the coordinate system. R bar is equal to xi bar plus yj bar or xi cap plus yj cap. Position vector. Next one, magnitude of the position vector is represented by modulus of R bar is equal to R is equal root of. So square of the I component means x square plus y square. Or from the right angle triangle, R square is equal to x square plus y square. Hypotenuse is equal to root of square, side square plus side square. And again, angle made by the position vector of x-axis is given by theta. That's why tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent means y by x, or theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. This gives vector. This is the positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the concept about the position vector, right? Okay. Next one. Suppose in the same situation, let the point P lies in northwise plane. Suppose it is lying in a space. Space means there are three coordinates here. Here there are three coordinates. The three coordinates are x, y, and z. Also here, this is z-axis. Generally, z-axis means it is perpendicular to both x and y. See simply. The resolution of your vector lies in a space. Resolution of your vector lies in a space. This is y-axis and this is x-axis and z-axis. Z-axis perpendicular to plane of the board and like this. But that cannot be represented properly. That's why this z-axis will be represented like this. This is the z-axis. So, in this case, there is a vector. This OP bar is equal to say is A bar. A bar is a vector quantity lying in a space. Lying in a space. So, let this vector be triangle alpha with x-axis, say for example, beta with y-axis, and also gamma with z-axis. Alpha is the angle made by the vector with x-axis. Beta angle made by the vector with y-axis, gamma is the angle made by the vector with z-axis. Now, A bar will be resolved into three perpendicular components like AX, AY, and AZ. Therefore, AX is equal. Suppose see here, it is a perpendicular line. This is A, it is AX, and it is AY. What is the value of AX? AX is equal to A cos alpha. Okay, and also what is AY? AY is equal to A cos beta. So in terms of beta, you know, this is a straight line. It is also a line which is parallel to y-axis. It is beta. This is also equal to beta. From this straight triangle, cos beta is equal. Cos beta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse means AY by A. From this AY is equal to A into cos beta. But in terms of alpha and beta, AY is equal to A sin alpha. A sin alpha. Leda alpha can be replaced by 90 minus beta or beta is equal to 90 minus alpha. What are it? The total angle between x and y is equal to 90. That's why AY equal to A cos beta. Similarly, we can do that AZ is equal to A cos gamma. This cannot be proved directly in the board. AX is equal to A cos alpha, AY is equal to A cos beta, AZ is equal to A cos gamma. This A cos alpha is the component along x-axis. This is the component along x-axis, and this is the component along y-axis, and this is the component along z-axis. Component along z-axis. Therefore, the total vector can be represented by A bar can be represented by in a plane. Suppose in a plane A bar is equal to resultant of this vector and this vector, Ax I cap plus Ay j. But it is in the space, means A bar is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus S A z. This is the way to represent the vector in terms of its rectangular components when it is lying in a space or in three-dimensional concept. Okay? Suppose here, see an example. See here this example clearly. Suppose it is x-axis and this is y direction. It is a z direction. Let the given vector which is lying in this space and is represented by a bar. A bar makes an angle alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis, and also gamma with z-axis. Therefore, here this is ax I cap, and from this point to this point ay j cap, and again az j cap is equal to p direction of this gives the az j cap. So clearly we can't explain. How do you explain that and how do you represent the given vector in a space? Because the three-dimensional concept we cannot face or we cannot inject on the board. Okay na? Simply remember here, in a space or in three-dimensional concept, we have x cap plus y cap plus k cap, where x is equal to a cos alpha, ay is equal to a cos beta, az is equal to a cos gamma. Alpha is the angle of the vector with x-axis, beta with y-axis, gamma with z-axis. Now, magnitude of the vector can be represented by modulus of a bar is equal to what is found? Modulus of a bar is equal to root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. This is the magnitude of the vector. Now here, what is the component of a bar along x-axis? A bar along x-axis, ax is equal to a cos alpha, which is this is equal to, it is also represented by L. Ay is equal to a cos beta can be represented by M. Az is equal to a cos gamma. For our convenience, it is represented by N. L, M, N. These three are also called as the directional cosines. Okay na? L is equal to a cos alpha, M is equal to a cos beta, and N is equal to a cos gamma. And a bar is equal to x I bar plus a bar plus a k bar. Modulus of a bar is equal to root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Right? Next one. What is the value of? These are the directional cosines. L, M are the directional cosines. Okay. What is the value of L square plus x square plus n square? L square plus m square plus n square is equal to, this is equal to cos square okay, L square plus m square plus n square is equal to cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. These are the directional cosines. Sorry. These are the components. Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. They are all the directional cosines. Sorry here. L is equal to cos alpha. L is equal to cos alpha. M is equal to cos beta, n is equal to cos gamma. These are called DCs, directional cosines. Okay. Then, what is the value of cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma? Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal. From this formula, ax is equal to a cos alpha. What the value of cos alpha from? Cos alpha is equal to ax by a. Cos square alpha is equal to ax square by a square plus cos square beta is equal to ay square by a square plus cos square gamma is equal to az square by a square. But a square here is taken as the LCM, and this is equal to ax square plus ay square plus az square. What is the value of ax square plus ay square plus az square? Modulus of a is equal to root of x square plus ay square plus az square. Squaring on both sides. A square is equal to x square plus ay square plus az square. That's why it is replaced with a square by a square. So this is equal to 1. That's why cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. And again, what is the value of sin square alpha, sin square beta plus sin square gamma? Sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is sin square alpha can be replaced by 1 minus cos square alpha, because sin square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. So that sin square alpha is 1 minus cos square alpha, and sin square beta is 1 minus cos square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 1 minus cos square gamma. That is 1 plus 1 plus 1 3 minus of cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma minus combination. That is equal to 3 minus cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So this is equal to 2. So that's why sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 2. What are the values of cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma? Cos 2 alpha is equal to one more formula in trigonometry, 1 minus cos 2 alpha is equal to cos 2 alpha is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square alpha plus cos 2 beta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square beta plus cos 2 gamma is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square gamma, because cos 2 beta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square beta. This is also here 1 plus 1 plus 1 3 minus of 2 into sin square alpha into 2 combination plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma. That is 3 minus 2 into sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is 2. That is 3 minus 2 into 2 is 4. This is equal to minus 1. So cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma is equal to minus 1. Sometimes in examination, objective examination, which of the following relations are true in case of DC circuit? So if you move is first option, second option, third option, and fourth option is all in 3 and 4. That's why fourth option is right. Okay. So this is the concept about the direction of cosines. Any vector is lying in a space can be represented as ay equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus k cap, where ax is equal to a cos alpha, ay is equal to a cos beta, az is equal to a cos gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by the vector with x direction, y direction, z direction. Cos alpha is equal to L, cos beta is equal to m, cos gamma is equal to n. L, m, n, or cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the directional cosines. Directional cosines. Remember this formulas once again. This is the concept about the directional cosines. So, see my dear students, in the same example, for example, in this situation, a bar is equal to this can be written as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Let suppose ఇక్కడ ఈ వెక్టర్ వచ్చేసి perfectly it is lying in x direction. What is the vector is lying in x direction? What is the value of alpha? 0. Beta is equal to 90. Gamma is also equal to 90. Cos alpha is 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos beta is equal to cos 90 is equal to 0. Cos gamma is equal to cos 90 is also equal to 0. Where cross r. These values are 0. Cut Ax I cap. That's why A bar is equal to Ax into I cap. What is Ax? This is equivalent to A cos alpha into I cap. Okay. Here what is this is A bar is the vector quantity. A cos alpha indicates the magnitude. Again see here my students, cos alpha is equal to cos 0 to 1. This is equivalent to A into I cap. But A indicates the magnitude, I cap indicates the unit vector along the direction of the given vector. I cap is the unit vector along the direction of the given vector. From this formula, how can you write down I cap? I cap is equal to A bar by A. Okay? I cap is equal to A bar by A. What is I cap? This is the unit vector along x-axis. Because vector is also lying along x-axis. That's why, in general, unit vector along A bar can be represented by A cap. A cap. Okay? So, children, how can you write down the formulas? First one, what is the unit vector along A bar? Put it in the formula. Unit vector along A bar is given by A cap is equal to A bar by modulus of A. Am I right? And unit vector along B bar is equal to B cap is equal to what is this value? B bar by modulus B bar. Third one, unit vector along, say for example, A bar plus B bar is unit vector along A bar plus B bar. Say it is n cap. N cap is the unit vector along A bar plus B bar. Then n cap is equal to A bar plus B bar by modulus of A bar plus B. Similarly, unit vector along A bar minus B bar is what is value? Some m cap is equal to A bar minus B bar by modulus of A bar minus B. Modulus of A bar minus B bar. These are the formulas that are very important. Means how do you find the unit vector along the direction of unit vector? Unit vector along A bar is A bar by mod A bar. Unit vector along B bar is B bar by mod B bar. Unit vector along A bar plus B bar is A bar plus B bar by modulus of A bar plus B bar. Unit vector along A bar minus B bar is A bar minus B bar by modulus of A bar minus B. Okay? See here, for example, let A bar is equal to 2I cap plus bj cap, B bar is equal to minus I cap plus j cap. Find modulus of A bar, that means magnitude of A, magnitude of B, A bar plus B bar magnitude, A bar minus B bar, magnitude of A bar minus B bar. Next, unit vector along A bar, unit vector along B bar, and one unit vector along A bar plus B bar, unit vector along A bar minus. Say, suppose these two vectors are lying in space, means plus A cap plus 4K. First one, what is modulus of A? Modulus of A is equal to or A is equal to root of ax square plus ay square plus bz square, means 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square, because coefficient of A is 1 is equal to root of 4 plus 9 plus 1, that is equal to root 14. Okay. Next, modulus of B bar is equal to magnitude of B is equal to or B is equal to root of bx square plus by square plus bz square, means bx is minus 1 whole square plus by is equal to plus 1 whole square and plus 4 whole square is equal to root of 1 plus 1 plus 16, that is equal to root 18. Okay, this is modulus of b bar. Third one, what is a bar plus b bar? A bar plus b bar. So this is equal to, a bar is 2a cap plus 3j cap plus k cap plus b bar is equal to minus I cap plus j cap plus 4k cap, that is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap plus and minus I cap plus j cap plus plus 4k cap. So that's why for I components 2i cap and minus I cap, 2i cap minus I cap is equal to only I cap. Next 3j cap and plus j cap plus 4j cap, k cap plus 4k cap is equal to 5k cap. Okay na? This is a bar plus b bar. Next one, fourth, modulus of a bar plus b bar is equal to root of, once again, a bar plus b bar is equal to I cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. Coefficient of I here is 1, for j cap 4, for k cap 5. Therefore 1 square plus 4 square plus 5 square, that is equal to root of 1 plus 16 plus 20, that is equal to root of 16 plus 1 17 plus 25 26. So total is 40. Okay, this is modulus of a bar plus b bar. Next, fifth one, what is a bar minus b bar? A bar minus b bar is, a bar is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap minus of b bar is minus I cap plus j cap plus 4k cap, that is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap minus into minus plus I cap minus into plus minus j cap minus into plus minus 4k cap. So that is for I terms 2i cap plus I cap is, this is 3i cap, 3j cap and minus j cap is equal plus 2j cap, k cap and minus 4 cap is equal minus 3k cap. This is a bar minus b. Next one, modulus of a bar minus b bar is equal. This is the modulus of a bar minus b bar. This is equal to root of x square plus 7 square plus 8 square, 3 square plus 2 square plus minus 3 whole square. That is equal to root of 9 plus 4 plus 9. 18 plus 4 is equal to 20. This is the value of modulus of a bar minus b. Next, seventh one is, what is the unit vector along a bar? Along a bar means a cap, and this is equal to a bar by modulus of a bar. This is the formula. Unit vector along a bar is equal to by a bar by modulus of a bar. What is a bar? This is the value 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap by mod a bar is modulus of a bar is equal to 14. Root 14. This is the unit vector along a bar. And a comes, what is the unit vector along b bar? It is represented by b cap. B cap is equal to b bar by modulus of b bar. That is, b bar is denoted by minus I cap plus j cap plus 4k cap by modulus of b bar is equal. What b bar is equal to already, it is root 18. Next, 9th one, what is the unit vector along a bar plus b bar? Along a bar plus b bar, the unit vector is equal to, say it is n cap. N cap is equal to a bar plus b bar by modulus of a A bar plus B bar. A bar plus B bar is the value I cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. I cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap by modulus of A bar plus B bar is this value is root 40. Next one, unit vector along A bar minus B bar is along A bar minus B bar. Its unit vector is m cap. M cap is equal to this can be written as A bar minus B bar by modulus of A bar minus B bar. And here A bar minus B bar is, this is the value of A bar minus B bar, 3a cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap by mod of A bar minus B bar is equal to root 22. So this is the formula for unit vector along A bar plus B bar, A bar minus B bar along A bar along B bar. This is the procedure. This is the procedure to find unit vector along the given vector. Okay.